North Korean soldiers fighting in Russia's war against Ukraine have been told by Pyongyang to kill themselves rather than be captured alive, a South Korean lawmaker said after a briefing from the country's spy agency. Memos found on soldiers who died indicate that the North Korean authorities pressured them to commit suicide or self-detonate before capture, lawmaker Lee Seong-kweun told reporters, citing information from the National Intelligence Service. South Korea's National Intelligence Service told lawmakers Monday that over 300 North Korean troops have died along with more than 2,700 wounded while supporting Russia's war efforts. A lawmaker later provided a summary of the briefing to reporters. Among the dead soldiers, notes were discovered indicating that the regime pressured the troops to kill themselves rather than be taken prisoner, the National Intelligence Service alleged. Some notes contained hopes of joining the ruling Workers' Party of Korea or being pardoned. In one account, a soldier on the verge of being captured tried to blow himself up with a grenade while yelling, "General Kim Jong-un." The soldier was shot dead before carrying out the act, the National Intelligence Service said. News that soldiers have been sent to fight Ukraine has spread throughout North Korea, and families of the deployed have voiced fear and concern, the National Intelligence Service alleged. Those families are being compensated with food and living necessities, the spy agency said. Citizens with no connection to the troops hope Russia will provide aid that improves the livelihoods of the North Korean public, according to the National Intelligence Service. Pyongyang troops struggle with drones and other elements of modern warfare, and they are often sent for meat assaults by Russian commanders without rear-fire support, the news report says. Kiev first reported the deployment of North Korean soldiers to the Kursk region in October 2024. Ukraine captured its first North Korean troop in late December, but he soon succumbed to his injury. According to the Security Service of Ukraine, Ukraine has captured 2 more North Korean soldiers. One was seized on January 9 by the 84th Tactical Group of the Special Operations Forces, and the other by Ukrainian paratroopers. At the time of capture, one of the soldiers was carrying a Russian-issued military ID registered to someone else from the Republic of Tuva. The other soldier had no documents. Another footage of North Korean soldiers fighting as part of the Russian army in Russia's Kursk region has been released. As can be seen from the footage taken from the drone, Koreans are trying to advance in the open area with great force. Despite fire from the Ukrainian side, the explosions did not stop the Korean soldiers. It should be noted that Korean soldiers actively participating in battles in the Kursk region repeatedly advanced in open space without taking into account the activity of Ukrainian drones, which causes serious losses among them. Ukrainian fighters observing from drones say that the fighting style of Koreans is similar to that of pre-technology era. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk vowed on Wednesday to use his country's presidency of the European Union to push forward with Ukraine's membership quest. Poland now holds the rotating presidency of the European Union, a 27-member bloc that Ukraine aspires to join, and Warsaw will have the influence to put the issue high on the agenda for the next half-year. Zelenski was in Poland on Wednesday after the two countries reached an agreement on the exhumation of Polish victims of World War II-era massacres by Ukrainian nationalists, a long-standing source of tensions between them. The visit by Zelensky came just days after Tusk announced progress on starting exhumations.
Thank you very much.
NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte reiterated the need to shift to a wartime mindset as he opened a two-day session of the alliance's military committee in Brussels on Wednesday. Defense ministers from NATO member nations are meeting with over 20 of their counterparts to discuss the current security situation and the challenges ahead. In Rutte's opening remarks, he told the meeting that, to prevent war, we need to prepare for it. He added that member states are facing an intensifying campaign of Russian destabilization. Russia is hard at work to try to weaken our democracies and chip away at our freedom, and it is not alone, it has China, North Korea and Iran by its side, he said. The meeting is being led by Chair of the Military Committee Admiral Rob Bauer.
Your opening remarks. Well, thank you, Admiral Bauer, dear Rob. To prevent war, we need to prepare for it. It's time to shift to a wartime mindset. And this means we need to make our defenses even stronger by spending more on defense, producing more and better defense capabilities. We need to support Ukraine more to change the trajectory of the war. We all want it to end, but above all, we want a peace to last. We also need to work hand in hand with our partners across the world. I'm so happy that we have an opportunity later today to speak with them. Security is a team effort. The bigger the team, the safer we all are. So my priority going forward is to ensure that we do what is necessary, fully and fast, on defense, on Ukraine and on partnerships. And for this, I count on your continued engagement and your continued support. And soon with Admiral Dragone as the new chair. The next summit in The Hague is about 6 months, 5.5 months away. And our objective is clear. We must continue to do all we can, all together, to keep all of our people safe. Our future security is at stake. Russia's war against Ukraine rages on. Russian hostile actions against our own countries are accelerating, with cyber attacks, assassination attempts, acts of sabotage and more. We used to call this hybrid, but these are destabilization actions and campaigns. Russia is hard at work to try to weaken our democracies and chip away at our freedom. And it is not alone. It has China, North Korea and Iran by its side.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary General. Thank you, Mark, for your inspiring words. We honor them as they honor our great alliance. Please stand.